Okay, we're back. Hey folks, this is Rotorstorm331 back again for my second run of the event. Mercs, also known as the Wolf of the Battlefield. You'll probably notice we're playing this on the Capcom Arcade Stadium, and unfortunately it only has the Japanese version, but before we do get started, I do want to show you that the difficulty is set on 0. This is probably the best way to have a faster time on this game. We are going to be loading up on credits because we can't get through this in 1 CC, unfortunately. Now, there was incentives for me to play with any weapon for this run, but since there was no donations put for those incentives, we're going to be playing with anything goes, pretty much. So, anyway, time will not start until after the intro scene ends. So, once I see the flash appear on the screen after the helicopter leaves, that's when we'll get started. So anyway, Mercs is the sequel of Commando, which is shockingly interesting for me. Alright, here we go. So anyway, this is actually my favorite. I saw this in an arcade at the PX years ago, and this has probably been my favorite, even though I never played it a whole lot. So it was an actual joy to play this game again once it became available for the Capcom Arcade Stadium. So anyway, stage 1 is not that difficult to do, and we're blazing right through it. So we got, I think most of the bosses in this game don't take damage until they start attacking or moving. And the Harrier Jet's pretty easy. All we have to do is just blast it with bombs and whatnot. But from here on out, it starts getting difficult. So anyway, we're not going to be picking up any weapon power-ups just yet because we will be picking up the rocket launcher in a while. Okay, that thing should have been destroyed. My bad. Now, you can pick up some food items. You do, unlike most shooter games, you do pick up, you do have a health meter before you go down. Unfortunately, my driving skills are not perfect. Now, sometimes you can actually despawn that tank. We will be picking up an extra Mega Crash. Mega Crashes are going to be very essential to our strategies and speedrunning this game, and basically they help us give us more invincibility frames. Hopefully I got my character in the right position. Yes. So basically we want to take full advantage of the Mega Crash's invincibility frames. We do get a few seconds of that. And it's very good when pelting enemies, pretty much. So anyway, we're coming up to mission 3, and this is pretty much where difficulty starts ramping up, pretty much. So we're gonna detonate this Mega Crash once we make our way up there. Whoa, that guy. Whoever was running that gun's probably the MVP. I'm gonna get rid of those guys so we don't get pelted with any more bullets. So yeah, this is another reason why we play on difficulty 0. And sometimes I think the Japanese version requires more hits on certain things here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the rocket launcher right now because we are coming up with we're coming up to the Scorpion helicopter, and we do want some leeway on that. Those enemies are going to be coming in. So we take our first step, that's fine. The only thing that stinks about the rocket launcher, it's not very rapid fire friendly. You only get to fire like 2 rockets per shot. Sorry. For some reason, I cannot get through this area without dying twice. This is like the only mission where I die twice and I have to, like, continue. On very rare occasions, I get very lucky and just have to continue once. So Manicore 5 is the current world record holder for Mercs. And I'm hoping to one day get this time down to 9 minutes, but that's not very easy to do. Now we do have to watch out for guys coming out of the water to strike us with knives. Luckily that's the only place we get to deal with those enemies. So we're coming up with some annoying boats coming up. We get to fire torpedoes, but they're pretty annoying. Thankfully we didn't get ganged up there. So rocket launcher is actually the strongest weapon in the entire game. I think flamethrower is probably the second best weapon, and I don't really know which of the other two guns would be the weakest, the spread shot or the assault rifle. But each gun does get stronger as you get POWs for it. All right, so we got past the tugboat there, or I should say warboat. And we're going on to Mission 5. So Mission 5 isn't nearly as difficult as it appears, but we're going to be seeing a lot of takes here. As evidenced by this. Now, we could pick up a tank, but it's probably better just to ignore that and just go right through here. Yeah, we'll just run through here. I'll grab a POW just to be safe. Anyway, we'll pick up this first aid kit. Those things heal more health than your average food. Now, sometimes when you continue, your gun and your vitality bar will also be improved as well if you missed any of the POWs or vitality bar increasers. Anyway, this game's not very long in terms of speedrunning, but if you're playing this for the first time, you do need to watch out for the fact that enemies will be coming at you almost everywhere. So anyway, we're coming up to the supply train, so we gotta take that out. You need to watch out because there are some enemies up there. Now we gotta take out those cannons and missile launchers. So, for some reason they make us wait a bit before we start opening fire. So that really doesn't do much here. We do have to watch out though, because in this version, if you're down to your last vitality and you get hit by those missiles at the same time you destroy this boss, you will have to continue from there. So thankfully we didn't have to continue there, and we did a pretty darn good job of not dying on that fight in particular. So we're going on to the pre-ultimate stage, which is the enemy fortress. So let's grab a PO. Let's grab a POW here. Now, we are going to take an intentional death coming up. once we start going up the lifts. Now we got those flamethrowers to deal with too, but we're not going to be falling to those. We're going to destroy those. So anyway, we're going to destroy this one right here, and we're going to take an intentional death on this one. Now, normally, it is possible to only use 2 Mega Crashes through there, but I'm going to play it a little bit safe and detonate all 3 of those right there. Yeah, they're pretty generous of those bulldozers not hitting me. Yikes. I thought I would have made it. Now, believe it or not, you can destroy those planes. Now, thankfully, I've had plenty of experience fighting this thing without having to use the bombs, so we're good to go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all there is to it on that boss. But technically that fight will go faster if you have plenty of Mega Crashes. So anyway, we're coming up to the final mission. Our goal is to stop the Hercules transport plane from leaving with the president. And we gotta destroy that before it leaves the takeoff plane runway. All right, there we go. Time's on mission accomplished, so that's 11:26. Not a very long game, but it's still fun nevertheless, at least for me. Alright, that was not bad. Not a very bad time. Whew. Now, believe it or not, Joseph Gibson, who we played as, is actually Super Joe. Super Joe was actually featured, aside from the Commando games. He also became a playable character in the Speed Rumbler, which is also on Capcom Arcade Stadium 2, by the way, if you want to check that out. Very different, by the way. But anyway, that's going to be it for Mercs, and my final game for the for today is Brawl Brothers, aka Russian Beat Ron. So I'm going to hand it over to the folks at RGL Live TV and give you another intermission, and I will see you all in a bit. So take care, and I will see you all in a bit for Brawl Brothers.
What's going on, y'all? Concave here.